Even in last video lecture we have covered some part of transducers, which is definition of transducer and its need, types which are primary and secondary transducers, active and passive transducers, electrical, mechanical, resistive, position and capacitive transducers. Let's start our fourth lecture, and contents of today's lecture are inductive transducers, subtypes of inductive transducers, LVDT, RVDT, piezoelectric transducers, parameters of transducers, and selection criteria for transducer. Inductive transducers. These are passive transducers. Inductive transducers work on one of the following principles. First is change of self-inductance, and second is change of mutual inductance. Transducers working on the principle of change of self-inductance. Given that the self-inductance of coil is L equals to N square by R, where N is the number of turns and R is the reluctance of the magnetic circuit. The R is given as R equals to L by mu A. When we put the formula of R in the above equation of L, we get L equals to N square mu A by L. The denominator of mu A goes to the above at the N square, and we get the L equals to N square multiplied by mu A upon L, where mu is the effective permeability of the medium in and around the coil. After that, we will replace the A by L by the factor G, where G is the geometric form factor and it is constant. Therefore, we get the final equation as L equals to N square mu G, where A is area of cross section of the coil and L is length of the coil. Change in inductance by change in number of turns. The figure A shows the linear displacement and figure B shows the angular displacement. Input signal causes displacement of wiper, which slides on the turns of coil. Thus, number of turns are varied and accordingly inductance varies. The coil may be air cored or iron cored. Second one is change in inductance by change in permeability. The arrangement is shown in figure. A coil is wound on hollow former in which an iron core slides. The movement of the iron core inside the former causes variations in effective permeability of medium around the coil, and hence inductance also varies. Third one is change in inductance by change in reluctance. Figure shows the variable reluctance type inductive transducer for measurement of displacement. A coil is wound on C-shaped iron core. The input signal causes movement of iron piece. The movement causes variations in length of air gap. The total reluctance is varied, and because of reluctance changes, the inductance also changes. Next one is transducers working on the principle of change of mutual inductance. These transducers work on the principle of mutual inductance. Multiple coils are used for such transducers. Figure A shows the two coils are arranged on an iron core. The coil 1 and 2 are connected in series. The input signal is transferred to the iron piece, causing displacement. This varies the length of air gap, hence reluctance varies, and the self-inductance also varies. Figure B shows the arrangement for measuring angular displacement. Moving coil is displaced in the hollow fixed coil. The input signal causes angular deflection of moving coil. The self-inductance of the coil is fixed, but the mutual inductance between the coil varies as per the angle of rotation theta of moving coil. Thus, total self-inductance across output terminal varies as per angle theta. The variations in mutual inductance can be obtained by differential arrangement. This transducer is designed to provide two outputs. In one output, there is increase in self and mutual inductance, and in other output, there is decrease in self and mutual inductance. This is known as differential output. LVDT. This is the most popular and widely used inductive transducer. It is a passive transducer. It converts linear displacement into electrical signal. Figure shows the construction details of LVDT. There is one primary winding and two secondary windings. These windings are arranged on cylindrical former. The two secondary windings are having same number of turns and these are connected in series opposition. These windings are placed symmetrically as shown in figure above figure 1 and 2. The core is at the center and it can move axially. The primary winding is connected to a AC source. The frequency of source may be ranging from 50 Hz to 20 kHz. The typical frequency used is 8 kHz. The core is a cylindrical part made up of soft iron. The input displacement is applied to the core through a rod made up of non-magnetic material. When primary is excited, it produces alternating flux which links with secondary. EMF is induced on the secondary due to mutual induction. The amount of flux linkage with secondary is decided by the position of core. With core in the exact center position, flux linkage with two secondary same, hence equal voltage is induced in them. When two voltages E1 and E2 are equal in magnitude but opposite in phase, since the secondary are connected in series position, displacement of the core towards one secondary causes an increase in the amplitude of voltage in that winding and a corresponding decrease in amplitude of voltage in other winding. The figure shows the secondary voltage variation with respect to core position. When core is moved towards left from central or null position, the portion of the core in the vicinity of S1 increases. Therefore, flux linkage with secondary winding S1 increases and induced E1 increases. Reverse happens for secondary winding S2. That is, the portion of core of the vicinity of S2 decreases. Therefore, flux linkage decreases and hence E2 decreases. That is, E1 is greater than E2. Opposite effect will be observed when core is moved towards right. That is, E2 is greater than E1. RVDT. This is used for measuring angular displacement. The working principle is same as that of LVDT. Figure shows the construction details of RVDT. The core has semicircular shape. The angular displacement is transferred to core through a shaft made up of non-magnetic material. The shaft is supported by ball bearing. Angular displacement of shaft from null position gives differential output voltage. The variation in voltage across individual secondary is similar to that of described for LVDT. Next is piezoelectric transducers. Pressure measurement by piezoelectric effect given that when a piece of a quartz crystal is subjected to a force, a voltage is induced across its opposite faces. This effect is known as piezoelectric effect. The mechanical input produces electrical output. Such material are called as piezoelectric material. The piezoelectric transducers are active transducers. The applied force or pressure causes change in physical dimensions of the crystal piece. The effect is reversible. that is, on application of voltage across the opposite faces, a change in physical dimensions is observed. Thus, electrical input produces mechanical output. The mechanical input electrical output transducers are used in measurement of dynamic pressure, force, shock, vibratory motion. It is also used in spark ignition engines, electrostatic dust filters, etc. The electrical input mechanical input transducers are used in industrial non-destructive testing equipments, ultrasonic flow meters, and micromotion actuators, testing vibration shakers, etc. Next is parameter of transducers. Parameter of transducers are linearity, sensitivity, dynamic range, repeatability, physical size. Linearity, the relationship between a physical parameter and the resulting electrical signal must be linear. High sensitivity. High sensitivity is generally desirable for the transducers. Sensitivity is defined as the electrical output per unit change in the physical parameter. Dynamic range. The operating range of a transducer should wide so that it permeates its use under a wide range of measurement conditions. Repeatability. For reliability of operation, the input output relationship for a transducer should be predictable over a long period of time. And last one is physical size. Not to disturb the measurement system, the size of transducer should be small, that is, minimum weight and volume as well as size. Selection criteria for transducers. Sensitivity. Sensitivity should allow sufficient output. Operating range. Maintain range requirements and good resolution. Accuracy. Repeatability and calibration errors as well as error expected due to sensitivity to other simulations. Frequency response and resonant frequency. These should be flat over the entire designed range. Environmental compatibility. Pressure, temperature range, corrosive fluids, interaction, shocks, size and mounting restrictions should be compatible with environmental conditions. Minimum sensitivity. To expect simulations other than measured should be sensitive. Usage and rigidness. Rigidness both of electrical and mechanical intensities varies with size and weight. Electrical parameters. Length and type of cable required, signal to noise ratio when combined with amplifiers, and frequency response limitations. The last one is difference between sensor and transducers. Definition of sensor is senses the physical changes occurs in the surrounding and converting it into a readable quantity. The definition of transducer is the transducer is a device which when actuates transforms the energy from one form to another. The components used in sensors is sensor itself and the components used in transducer is sensor and signal conditioning. The function of sensor is to detect the changes and induce the corresponding electrical signal. The function of transducer is conversion of one form of energy into another. The example of sensor is proximity sensor, magnetic sensor, accelerometer sensor, light sensor, barometer, gyroscope, etc. The example of transducer is thermistor, potentiometer, thermocouple, etc.